coming back to LA Sparks, it's been a while. Talk about that trip and what's going on in your mind now, feeling about this game.
At the end of the day, we came here to win. That's every game. We have the same mindset, just to play hard, play together. Just gonna take the momentum from last game into this one, come out with the W.
Any difference feeling how you playing on this court now from a different uniform than when you were here as a Spark?
I moved on. I'm in a different jersey. I'm with a different organization, so that's my focus. I'm here. I'm with Indiana now, and like I said, we just want to come out. We want to play hard. We want to play together. We want to get the W.
Thank you.
And Odyssey, where's the mode? As you guys are making this playoff push.
I think honestly, just taking it one game at a time. Like AB said after our last game, not looking too far ahead. Literally taking the next game that's in front of us, which is LA today, focusing on that and not thinking about the next two that we have after that.
And you're familiar with this gym. Just how does it feel be back in crypto?
It doesn't feel any different. Like I said, I'm with a different team. So like I said, we're coming in, want to play together, want to play hard, and the biggest thing is just get this win.
Where you are in your career right now, talking about how much you can contribute, especially with Sydney going down and reuniting with your mentee, Ari. Just how do you feel what you can contribute at this stage with the position that you've been placed in the middle of the season?
I think like when I first got with the team, it was just a matter of me adjusting. I adjusted a little later than I expected to, but I'm surrounded by great players too. So just coming in and just being able to learn the plays, understand what coach wants of all of us on the offensively and defensive end, and just playing my game. Whether it's 10 points a game, whether it's having 15 assists, whatever coach needs me to do. At the end of the day, we just want to win and we want to just play together. It's not really about who scores the most, who plays the best, but at the end of the day, it's about us collectively playing together and staying connected on offense and defense.
When I talked to you in preseason, we talked about how much you are a scoring point guard and how you can definitely go downhill and take people off the dribble. Is that so much necessary right now? If you and Kelsey both on the backcourt, or you look at yourself now more to use your three-point shot, or how do you feel about just balancing now your scoring?
Like I said, I'm getting more settled, more comfortable on offense and defense with the group that I'm with. So just going with the flow of the game. Don't know, I can't predict how it's going to go tonight, but like I said, at the end of the day, it's not really about individual performances. It's about what we do together as a team to get this win tonight.
Well, last question next me. You'll be matched up with Kelsey Plum. You guys probably practice against each other. What are you looking for as far as in that matchup, and how would you plan to guard with the left hand against the left hand matchup?
Lefties are always hard to guard, of course, with me being a left-handed player as well. But it'll be fun. It's always good to go against other great players that you get a chance to compete. It's going to be good competition tonight, so just gonna have fun, play basketball, and like I said, we're gonna hopefully come out with the win tonight.
Last time we talked here, you was here, we talked about the positioning, and you said the toughest position is point guard. Now you've had 2 point guards to go down, and you brought in Odyssey at a good time. Can you talk about her coming to joining the team and how you see her now helping you in this time in the season?
Yeah, first and foremost, I think her ability to get downhill, her ability to get to the rim and make for herself and others, it's what we needed. We needed somebody who could come in and who could take some pressure off of Kelsey in a way that Ari did, and being another person who can get downhill. And then Shea as well. Shea, in particular, when we lost Sophie, we needed somebody else who could get us organized and make sure that get us into offense, get us into the right positions. So it's always hard when you lose point guards, and for us, now this is the think about Caitlin and her not being back yet, and Ari and Sid, having Odyssey and Shea coming in at this time of year is tough, and I think that they've both answered the call.
Last question. The physicality of the game, we also talked about that last time we were here, and it seems like it's still an ongoing discussion going on around the league. How are you now handling it as far as managing with the team, getting them prepared with some of the officiating or some of the play? What are you telling them as the message moving forward?
I think the message for us is control. We can control. We can't control how the game is called. We can control how we play it. And so being disciplined, defending without fouling, making opponents hit tough shots, and understanding that, these are the best players in the world. Sometimes we have to live with them hitting tough shots. And so just being a little bit more disciplined in terms of how we're playing, on the defensive end in particular, and then continuing to be aggressive on the offensive end. We can't shy away from contact. We have to go into and invite contact. We got to be able to finish plays with a little bit of contact as well. And so the biggest thing is control what we can control.
Thank you. Lexi, obviously, she had that big knot in her head on Tuesday and it's developed into those two black eyes. Just what was your reaction to seeing that develop?
I mean, just smiling, really, and every time I see her, I'm like, oh, poor Lexi. But I think it really epitomizes Lexi's toughness when you look at her and you see those two black eyes. I mean, she is tough as nails. She plays all out every possession all the time. And sometimes the result is two black eyes. And so I smile every time I see her. But it definitely is a picture-perfect viewpoint of the toughness that she brings.
How much of a sigh of relief was it that she didn't have anything more serious like a fracture or a concussion?
Yeah, I mean, huge sigh of relief. I kept checking in at the first quarter to find out where we were, what our status was. It was a big sigh of relief. She means a lot to our team, and having her on the floor is important. And with all of the injuries that we've had, we were able to take a little bit of a deep breath.
Coach, what are some keys for you guys to get this win as playoffs approach?
Well, we've got to do a good job of defending without fouling. We've got to make sure that we're limiting the amount of open catch and shoot shots that they get. We got to protect the paint. We got to play from the inside out. Got to be disciplined offensively. The ball's got to move. We can't over penetrate. I think we get hurt at times because their length really affects us. So we can't over penetrate. We've got to make sure that we're making the right pass, the right read, on time and on target.
Coach, I'm sorry, you're no stranger to winning. How are you getting the girls ready as the playoffs approach? Just beyond this game as well.
Yeah, I mean, look, we've got to take it one day at a time. We've got to be where our feet are. The most important game is the game that we're about to play, and that's the LA Sparks. And for us, because of all the changes we've had to scale back and we've had to simplify on both ends of the floor. But more than anything, this group is a tough, competitive group. They're a resilient group. They've been through a lot. They bring it every single day, and that allows us to put ourselves in position to win. The difference is how detailed we are in that, and how disciplined we are on both ends of the floor. They've been a joy to coach. They continue to be a joy to coach, and everything at this time of year requires a different version of ourselves. And our margin for error has been slim all season long, and now it's virtually zero. So we got to come out and we got to play the best game that we can play.